Happy scary Halloween, guys. We just saw Smile 2 in Dolby. That's right, in Dolby, but is it any good? We'll talk. Hi, how you doing today? It's Just Jazz here. Hope you're having a good day. And today, yes, we just saw Smile 2 in Dolby. That's right, in Dolby, but is it worth it in that format? Honestly, absolutely yes. Why? The scary jumping sounds alone make it worth it, since the Dolby is a more premium surround sound than your traditional non-Dolby experience. Singing and dancing are phenomenal performances by Naomi Scott, which of course this sells the mega pop star idea that she's in this character, living in this world, trying to make it through in life. The movie feels more electric than the first one, and also the Dolby Vision helps out with those darker scenes. There's some scenes in the movie where it's a little bit dark. Of course, you know, it's a scary movie, but with Dolby Vision, with the more vivid and saturated, and of course the color vision of Dolby provides, rather than your traditional non-Dolby experience, just adds a little bit more oomph to the experience when you see it in theaters if you don't go see it in Dolby. I saw it twice in a Dolby experience and then a traditional non-experience with like the crowd of people, and I felt missing those elements from the Dolby that would give you. Smile 2 is a scary horror thriller suspenseful movie sequel to the 2022's version of Smile. Link below for the first movie. I literally saw the same movie in the same theater 2 years ago when the first Smile came out. And it takes the idea of Blumhouse's Truth or Dare in terms of smiling, but uses it to greater effect, of course, with amazing storytelling, not just a gimmick like we did in that movie. Mega pop star celebrity superstar Sky Riley, played by Naomi Scott, is about to launch a tour, and after witnessing the death of her friend, things take a turn, but not for the best, and the last thing she sees of this guy is it's smiling at her. It's smiling at her. It's a perfect movie for the scary fall Halloween vibes. What would she do? What about the tour? Just like the first movie, will she have 7 days? Find out as we talk about it. Sorry, I'm a little bit late with this, guys. I literally just came back from New York Comic Con, so I feel like I have a distinct different perspective, just enjoying the city, enjoying the nightlife, and of course like the high-rise buildings, the rooftop bars, the clubs, and all that jazzy stuff. If you like the first installment, you'll probably enjoy this one as well. I mean, it doesn't really invent the wheel, but it does add a lot of new interesting, new dynamic twists. Of course, she is a mega famous pop star celebrity, so you get to see all of like the glamorous life, the life of the celebrity, trying to keep it all together in terms of mental health, the scariness, the fans, and of course the pressure from her mother, the label company. And it's cool, a distinct different style, because you see her in her nice New York high-rise apartment drinking the Voss water, which we'll talk about that more in a minute, the glamorous life basically. And I like this because the first one felt a little bit more campy, not in terms of a bad way, just felt more comfort, but this feels more alive, electric, hype, which is awesome because it takes the first one to new heights in terms of the scary thematic thrillers. But it does not forget about the first one. Literally 10 minutes of the film, it's the characters of the first one like ending, because of course if you've seen the first one, what's going on with the cop, but this literally ties into the second one in terms of the characters that we're going to interact. So I thought that was a pretty cool nod, and it was all done in one take is what I heard. I'm like, wow, this is beautiful. Like, this is scary. This literally sets up for the scary what's going on with Smile 2. One thing you'll probably hear a lot is confidently I can say Naomi Scott delivers an incredible, phenomenal performance. Not only does she have to act, and she does act scared, she also infuses the character of Sky Riley with amazing singing and dancing, all in the movie feeling like she's about to lose herself and her mind to this dynamic fitter, but also trying to ask for help and trying to keep it all together for her fans, for the shows, for the tour. And I feel like that was such more grounded to me, because I'm like, wow, you kind of see it in a undifferent, completely kind of way. Basically, the first time I saw this woman, Naomi Scott, was in Pink Power Rangers. I think it was like 2006, 2007, and I fell in love with this character. I'm like, this is like the type of girl I would marry. Everything about her, dark hair, you know, dark skin, everything. Like, I loved her in Pink Power Rangers, and I had a really crush on her, so I had her as my wallpaper background on my phones and my laptop when I was going still through college. And then the next time I saw her was Aladdin. I was like, dude, now I'm really in love with her. The way she looked in Aladdin, and I look at some photos for you right now, like, dude, this is like peak beautiful for me. Like, this is the type of girl that I would see. A lot of people didn't see her literally the same year in 2019, Charlie's Angels, that came out in November. I saw that, but then she disappeared. She's one of the few celebrities that I follow. So seeing her in this, I'm like, dude, this is amazing, because her acting career, this is gonna do wonders for her acting career. She is phenomenal in this, not just incorporating acting, but also singing and dancing. And that's her. That's her literally doing the choreography. If you look at the interviews, she's actually singing some of those songs, and I actually put some of the songs in my set playlist for YouTube. And it's different because trap, which came out a few months ago by M. Night Shyamalan. It kind of has a similar vein to it, except for this movie, the concert or the singing parts do not overtake the scariness. It just fits the overall character. Trap was a concert movie first. This movie, even though it has some singing and dancing elements, it's supplemental to the character of the story they're trying to portray. So Trap was in a different like league, and it's weird because M. Night Shyamalan was supposed to be like the most prestigious like director, which is weird, but still this movie is amazing, not just because of the performance, is because they have a premise that worked so well, but they add so much interesting layers and twists to make it more intriguing for the audience to see. I saw the movie in Dolby on a Monday night with a decent crowd. I mean, it was Monday night, but it was in like a populated city, so there was still like a lot of like bars and stuff. So one thing that the movie does well, that the first one did, it still incorporates the tradition of weird, amazing sound effects and the weird angles of the cameras it's trying to portray. I'm like, this is pretty cool because even though some of the jump scares are cheap, I mean, let's be honest, they're literally looking at like some scary dark alleyway. You know something's gonna happen, but then it jump scares you. I'm like, oh my god. I mean, that's cool. But with the Dolby experience, since the Dolby is more enhanced sound and better visuals, you get that extra oomph that you would not get in the traditional non-Dolby experience. Remember, I went to go see this in regular Dolby and then not Dolby. So I did like how it continues on the first one with the weirdness and the uneasy that the movie's trying to make you feel. There's one scene in particular where she's in her house and it's high glamorous, the sun's coming out, so I apologize about the lighting, and you've probably seen this in the trailers, people are literally smiling at her like the backup dancers, and the way that scene is portrayed, like to keep going on, I'm like, this is awesome because this fits that overall the character, but also the vibe that Smile 2 is trying to say, like between the glamorous life, the dancing and the singing, and having so much more characters on screen in terms of actors, in terms of singing and dancing and the smiling with all different effects. It's like a weird demonic figure that you don't want happening to yourself, and I was like, wow, this was kind of scary. At the same time, I was just like, at multiple points in the movie, it's more violent and more like than I thought it was going to be. I mean, there's a lot of bloody and gory scenes. Some people in my theater literally looked away and then looked back. It's kind of a slow burn as well, clocking in around 2 hours and 7 minutes. I mean, yeah, she's alive and she's trying to keep this going, but it just sucks because you're seeing this woman, beautiful, perfect woman, may I add you, losing her mind, losing herself to this thing, and also trying to cry for help, trying to battle mental illness, and also what's going on in us, such as the death of her boyfriend. Basically, this is all in the synopsis, which I didn't see trailers, but I know you guys did. So she's still dealing with a lot, you know. It's like a lot person to deal with. Yeah, she's beautiful, she's amazing, and she's perfect, and she's famous, and she has money, but still, she's dealing with a lot. Demonic figures, her past, the pressures of the label company. People will be like, yo, I need you, I need you, I need you. She basically has no time for herself. And it sucks because I just want to hold her. I want to tell her that it's okay. I care about her. I like her. So it's like, no, dude, like, I want this. Just like the first movie, I hated the first movie's ending, and I hated this one here. It's like the cat's out of the bag. Can't believe they went to the same route as the first ending. Like, if you saw the first movie ending, I'm not gonna spoil it here, but I did not like it. I'm like, why? Why do they have the same ending again? It's so dumb. Like, why couldn't she just, I don't know, why couldn't she just like be a different ending? You know, I get it, and I see where, I mean, they could either do a prequel to Smile 3, they could do another single protagonist in Smile 3, even if they make Smile 3, or they can do like a broad and horizon Smile 3. If you've seen Smile 2, you know what I'm talking about. One thing that I didn't kind of like is exposition dump. Now, if you don't know what it is, an exposition dump is where a character comes in to inform our main protagonist that, hey, what is this? It tells us, the viewers, what is this? How can we defeat it? What's going on? I did like the first movies more because it felt more scarier. This was just some random guy telling her what's up. I'm just like, yeah, I guess you just had to like fit it in, but whatever. I did like the first movie better. At the end of the day, this is a great movie for the scary Halloween season. I'm gonna give this a B. I think this was a solid overall movie, better than the first one, and I saw this in Dolby, so your results may vary. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you so much. Sorry, I'm kind of like rambling now, but I kind of have to go. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it so much. Consider hitting that like button and turning on notifications so you never miss a video. With that, take care. Bye.